and welcome to UNHU, where every episode we focus on getting you involved in NHU. Today we're going to be looking at Hofstra's Advanced German. Advanced German is a sitcom produced by Hofstra students in their RTVF 144 class each fall semester. These students work hard to produce a top-notch comedy all on their own. Producers Jenna, Liam, Maggie, and Joe went into the field to ask Hofstra students about Advanced German.
What is Advanced German?
Advanced German is a sitcom produced by seniors at Hofstra University.
We are completely involved in every aspect, pre-production, production, post-production. It's a lot of fun.
So Advanced German is a sitcom that follows a group of high school students that take an Advanced German class, and it just kind of follows them on their adventures around the high school, really.
We brainstormed that we needed to come up with some sort of a show, a vehicle, that could, kind of perpetuate year to year. The show Community, which was on the air at that time, this was kind of similar in that it was a band of high school misfits who kind of dealt with high school issues within the context of this little Advanced German class of theirs. And I just had a sense that there would be 1,000 possible storylines that could come out of this concept. I actually enlisted the advanced writing class at the time to pitch scripts and story ideas.
I took 114 last spring, and one of the assignments for that class is to write a spec for Advanced German. And I was kind of surprised when I went through all the episodes that there hadn't been an SAT episode yet, because that was sort of the first thing I thought about when I tried to think of a typical high school storyline. The A plot was that Shane starts this SAT tutoring business because he gets the idea when they talk about the SAT in the beginning of the episode. We kept the rough structure of that, but we changed a lot of the details, and I think we completely rewrote the A plot. The way that I thought about the script when I was writing it was just purely from a writing perspective, but we were approaching it from a directing perspective, from a producing perspective, from a set design perspective. And so it was a lot of things that I hadn't taken into consideration before.
I choose the roles of the students based on their interests and their skills and their likelihood to succeed in those roles, and basically try to give the students in the class ownership of that particular episode.
So the way I got involved with Advanced German in a producing capacity was Professor Randy Hillebrand, who teaches the class. He had known me from previous classes and also my work on Thursday Night Live, where I'm a producer and showrunner. While it is difficult not having a co-producer, which is what I'm used to, it's certainly a learning experience, and I'm very lucky to have a great team that's really been putting the effort forward and making it happen.
It's been a very different experience to get to work with my friends in this environment. I think the stakes are higher here because we all want to get a good grade, and it's something that a lot of us are putting our names on, and there are a lot more individual elements that go into it.
Oh my god, I'm shedding all over. That was good.
Sometimes I'll see a joke and I'll remember me and Victoria sitting in my basement or sitting outside the news hub pitching the joke to each other, and so it's weird to see it actually come to fruition.
In the control room on Monday nights, seeing it all come together, it's like, wow, that's really something. We all came together and we made that happen.
It's really impossible to know how this episode is going to turn out at this time, because it really requires everything to get shot and put in the edit room, start to be put together. So it's one of those times we'll tell, how this one comes out.
And we're back with producer Maggie Faris. Maggie, what is your involvement in Advanced German?
Well, like we just learned, Advanced German is a class at Hofstra, so I'm enrolled in the class, obviously. But in terms of what I've done so far for the production, it's really a group effort, and everybody sort of helps out where they can. So I've done a little bit of writing on the writing staff. I've done a little bit of stage managing in the studio, a little directing in the field. But everybody is at all the set builds and all the producer meetings, and we really try and make it a group brainchild and a group effort, I guess.
That's amazing. So you've done a lot. What have you learned from Advanced German?
Advanced German has been a really different experience, both because it's a hybrid show that has studio and field elements to it, and because it's completely student-run. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Randy's there to sort of help us if we encounter any problems and to sort of nudge us in the right direction, but we're sort of expected to fall first before he sort of steps in. So it's been interesting to sort of see how everyone's risen to the challenge and sort of taken over the reins of like executive producer positions, producer, and like even every other position, really like coming into their own.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much for coming into the show.
Thank you.
This has been our look at Advanced German. We hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned and we'll bring you more of You and Age You.